Good evening. The coronavirus is the biggest threat this country has faced for decades. All over the world, we're seeing the devastating impact of this invisible killer. To put it simply, if too many people become seriously unwell at one time, the NHS will be unable to handle it, meaning more people are likely to die, not just from coronavirus, but from other illnesses as well.
There's more evidence tonight of the intense pressure on the NHS as COVID-19 infections continue to rise right across the UK.
All Premier League and English Football League and Women's Super League matches being postponed until April 3rd at the earliest.
So it's vital to slow the spread of the disease. That is why people will only be allowed to leave their home for the following very limited purposes. Shopping for basic necessities as infrequently as possible. One form of exercise a day, for example, a run, walk, or cycle, alone or with members of your household. Any medical need to provide care or to help a vulnerable person, and travelling to and from work, but only where this is absolutely necessary and cannot be done from home. And therefore, I urge you, at this moment of national emergency, to stay at home, protect our NHS, and save lives. Thank you.
That was really strange because we've never done anything like this before. So obviously all your birthday gifts had to get online, couldn't actually get you a birthday card. But actually your lockdown birthday, you were saying, was actually better than a normal birthday because we played games, we got popcorn, we made popcorn and we watched a film, we had takeaway. So we tried to make it as special as we could. We made up our own crazy golf.
We had to basically work with what we had, and yeah, I have to say it was probably one of my favourite birthdays because it was weird, but with what we had and what we were able to do with it, it was definitely a birthday to remember in the right ways.
Because we knew we couldn't go on holiday, thankfully the weather was nice. So we started to do those jobs that you always put off or we never get time for. So where we was all at home and we've never ever spent this much amount of time together as a family, I think we embraced that and we decided to give the garden an overhaul, and yeah, I gave in and we got a hot tub, and actually it was one of the best things we did.
We spent a lot of time in the hot tub. It was nice as well because, as you said, we wasn't able to go on holiday. We had to cancel that. But spending time in the hot tub, being able to go outdoors, it was still something we could do to make what was a weird situation as normal as possible. And that was around the time as well when we all thought COVID was starting to die down a little bit. Obviously, the summer, we went out to places, we were meeting up with people again, we thought it was all going to be fine. We went to Moat Park. What was that like?
That was really nice. That was, like you say, that was at a time when lockdown got eased. You could meet extended family. So we went for a picnic in the park at Moat Park, and that was a really nice day. And with COVID, you get to appreciate the little things. So just going to a park, not having to spend any money, actually, we learnt to appreciate that.
So one of the things which COVID affected us was Nan being able to come around and see us. She lives alone, so she used to come around pretty much every day and spend time with us. What was it like not being able to see her?
Oh, it's really sad. It was heartbreaking, not only for us, but also for my mum as well, because I knew she was up there on her own, not being able to go out, she wasn't able to go to work, and we couldn't see her. I would ring her every day and check in with her, make sure she was alright, take her shopping, but it wasn't the same as actually seeing her. And that was really hard to deal with.
What was it like being able to see her again?
Oh, that was really lovely. When Boris announced that you could form bubbles with people that lived on their own, could join a family, it was an instant relief to be able to see her again.
And then with Christmas, we thought we'd be able to get a little bit of normality back with that, but then our Christmas plans went out the window.
Yeah, we was looking forward to a normalish sort of Christmas, I should say. We'd reduced down how many family members were going to come round and see us over Christmas, but we were still planning on having a big celebration with the family. We'd started getting gifts and food all in, and then all of a sudden we were sat here and Boris made the announcement that we was going into Tier 4.
So at the time of filming this documentary, the southeast of England and London have been put into Tier 4.
First, we will introduce new restrictions in the most affected areas, specifically those parts of London, the southeast and the east of England, which are currently in Tier 3. These areas will enter a new Tier 4, which will be broadly equivalent to the national restrictions which were in place in England in November.
Which basically means Christmas is going to be different. No one's going to be able to come over. The virus is spreading a lot more differently in the southeast and in London. It's mutated. My little sister's birthday, that's in a couple of weeks. That's going to be different. No one can come over. We don't know if we'll be able to get any presents. The future's going to be very different. It's going to be weird. However, we've got each other. We're going to make the most of what we've got. And we already knew this Christmas it was going to be different, but now it's going to be even more different. So we'll see what the future has. And yeah, all we can do is just see what happens.
Became quite disheartened, and shocked, really.
It's currently Christmas Eve. We've been put into Tier 4, which basically means Christmas is different. So tomorrow we're going to have my nan over. She's in our bubble, so she can come over. She's going to be the only family member who's coming over. Right now, like I said, I'm on a dog walk. This is literally the only thing I can leave the house for, which isn't too bad, but not being able to see any of your mates over Christmas, it's weird. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. It's weird, it's different. I think we all knew it was going to be different, but we all thought there was going to be a bit of normality back. We thought we'd be able to mix with up to 3 other households or whatever Boris said. But hey, if we sacrifice this Christmas, next Christmas, we'll hopefully be back to normal. Rox, we're going home, and I need to give you a bath, and then I need to do more stuff preparing for Christmas.